you mentioned before we recorded you wanted to keep it as like a hobby rather than a job.
Yeah.
How do again, we're kind of ignorant with this. So
no, you're fine.
Don't judge us. But how do people make money with that? Like I know, obviously there's like Patreon. There's probably a lot of people on Patreon for that.
Patreon's a big thing. OnlyFans is a new thing that started coming up, and that's freaking huge. One of my friends, I don't know, she's got like
OnlyFans.
Yeah, you've never heard of that? I know
it's really new. It's pretty recent.
I don't know if it's what it is for cosplay and stuff, but generally speaking, people will like get naked and stuff like that for like a subscription and do pictures or videos and things like that.
Okay.
I don't know if they do that for the cosplay world too.
There's a lot of people in cosplay that like Jessica Negri, the biggest one with millions and millions, but she's got Patreon, everything. I'm pretty sure she only does implied. She's never done nude. Yeah. And people just
wow.
So just like covered up a little bit.
I don't know if it's just like implied is like, oh, she's naked, but I can't see nothing, but I know she's naked.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Right. But it's just very, I don't know if it's like a fantasy thing for people or people get really involved with the person in their personal life and they really do want to support them. It's such a vary of so many different people.
Right.
But there's a friend I have with only, she at 50K yet? I think she's at 50K. And she, on OnlyFans alone, I think she made like $5,000. And she only does implied. She doesn't do any nude, anything
is that
like
that. A month? Is that?
In a week.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, I should have specified there. But they're like, it's all in the tips.
Right.
People just leave tips all the time.
God damn.
Right. That's
one of
crazy.
my friends, she's from, oh gosh, I love this girl so much. She is freaking queen, man. She is actually in Germany, and I just met her. I followed her for years, and I just met her this past February, and she is, a lot of people, like, they try to hide a bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? Right. They're like, they don't publicly say they're in a relationship. They don't say that they're married because they want to keep that separate and be like,
right.
Ooh, I'm an OnlyFans girl. I have a Patreon. Blah, 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 blah,
right.
More money. This girl is so like, I'm going on my Tinder dates. If you don't have no money, don't talk to me. I blah, 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 blah. Don't waste my time. If you look like this, contact me. Otherwise, she goes on and on and on. And she freaking racks it in. The money she brings. She's fine as hell too, though. I mean, but
wow. Patreon's a beast, though. Like, I know Dan Cummins, which is one of the, he's a comedian that was in our intro.
Okay, yeah.
He, on his Patreon, he makes, last I checked, like, I think like $38,000 a month, like after fees and stuff like that, because it shows it on there.
Shit.
Some people can choose to show it. Other people can. Yeah.
Right. I know, like, the History Hyenas, which is another podcast that I listen to. They're up to like 27,000 like a month.
Oh yeah.
Like it's crazy. So I can imagine, especially with something that's, as big as cosplay and as much of like an escape, people can make a ton of money.
Well, a lot of people, they also, surely, you got to know this person. Belle Delphine, the girl that did the bath water.
Oh, where she sold
her bath water.
Yeah, I heard about her.
Yeah.
So she disappeared for a while. Whatnot. She had over 4,000 Patreons, over 4,500 Patreons, and her highest tier was $20,000 a month for Patreon. So just think, 4,500 Patreons a month. Let's say 2 of them were the highest tier.
Right.
That's $40,000 right there.
Right.
And do you want to know? So a lot of people, when it comes, Belle is a little.
She's different.
There's a lot of accusations with her about selling nudes that are not hers and representing a lot of like Lolita type stuff, which is basically saying someone underage.
Oh,
and she's trying to promote sexual underage stuff. You know what I mean? So, but she actually tried to come back this week or something like that. And a lot of people, for their rewards, some of them have physical rewards. They'll give you a print. A lot of them, they have a whole scope of work on how they built their armor that month. And they'll teach you step by step how to do it. They'll give you a video chat. Some of them actually genuinely give rewards. Belle, she's like, oh, you're like they're all like, you get one Polaroid photo at like the second to top tier, but the rest is just like a thank you. And that's all you get for a reward. And the last one's like, I'll give you a video chat for 20 grand.
Holy shit.
And like some bath water.
Fuck.
We're asking for $2, people.
Right.
I know.
Not 20K.
I mean, if you got it though, fuck. I mean,
no, I know. I mean,
you know,
I can see a lot of people are pissed at these kind of people, but at the same time, like, if the market's out there,
right?
I mean,
people, she's not holding guns to people's heads, making them pay for it. So
yeah, and a lot of
that's
people
crazy,
are like, morals, and you're showing your body, and yada yada. I said,
look,
at the same time though, think of like anyone in the service industry. You're selling your body to landscape. You're working your ass off.
Right.
You're doing harm to your own body. Technically, you're selling your body to get income.
Right.
What's the difference in someone selling their body for what they want? You know what I mean?
right.
That was explained to me once, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's a good point.
Right.
Yeah,
and like you said, there's a market for it. So
oh yeah,
I mean, you can't hate on people as long as they're comfortable. They're not doing anything illegal. They're not doing anything that's going to harm anybody. I mean, let them do what they want to do. If you're not into that, stay away from it. Like,
most of the people that are mad are either jealous or mad because they can't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But there are actually a lot of guys that do it. A lot of guys that make a lot of money from it too, So
Gee.